I just can't stress enough the value of studying failure and really just studying it inquisitively and separating your identity from your work and then separating failure from the fear of failure.
Yes.
You know,
how painful was it to actually, because I think there's fear of failure and then there's fear of looking at my failure. Yeah. I think those are two very different things, and I think I want you to address that, because I think we all understand the idea of failing. Well, that has a lot of, there's the fear of peers, what they're going to say, family, is there financial, all that. We get that. But I think there's almost an equally large fear to examining our failure.
Yeah.
Is that the case with you? And then how did you and your brother stomach it?
I think it's the fear of what you think it's going to be, if that makes sense. Like the illustration that I can give is that and my dad has taught me so much, and so much of what we do is from what he taught us, and continues to teach us. But one of the things that I think would be applicable here is when I was 5 years old, 5, 6, 7, I don't remember how old I was, young. We went to a water park called Whitewater in Georgia. And there was this, and we didn't go to parks much. We didn't have a lot of money, and so it was great to be able to go. And there was this slide called the Dragon's Tail. Now, to a 5-year-old, that slide was 10,000 feet tall.
Yeah, right.
So we went up, and it was just like a dragon's tail. And we went up to the top of the slide, and we climbed this staircase. And with every flight of stairs, it just gets scarier. Mm-hmm. And you get to the top, and it's like you could see the earth bending. It's like you're in the substratosphere, in a little boy's eyes. And I was genuinely petrified. And my dad did something really great. He didn't shame me, like, be a man, go down the slide, son. He also didn't sort of baby me and make me take the walk of shame like other kids. Like, it's okay, you don't have to confront your fears. Let's just walk down these stairs, these loser stairs or whatever. He didn't do that. He said, I know you're scared, but John, if you go down the slide, I'll buy you Dusty. Now, Dusty was a G.I. Joe that I had wanted all year.
Oh, I
Buying
remember
a G.I.
Dusty.
Joe, oh, that's awesome. We could geek out. He was like, with all my G.I. Joes, there'll always be an epic battle. He was always the last man standing once I owned him. But buying a G.I. Joe was like a thing. Like, we didn't do that a lot. That was like an annual event, right? Yeah. So he says, like, I'll buy you Dusty. So I looked down the barrel of that slide, and I'm like, I'm probably going to die, but I really want Dusty.
It's worth it for the chance to get Dusty.
And I just closed my eyes, and here we go. And I loved it, and I went 12 more times that day. Right. And the principle is this. Anything great is going to terrify you. As a Christian, I would say that God's will, the reason fear not is in the Bible so many times is because God calls us to terrifying things. Right. Okay, so the key is what to do with your fear. Mm-hmm. And I've found that I shouldn't be scared. That doesn't really work. The key that I learned from that event with my dad is let your passion outweigh your fear. Even if what you want to accomplish is just a little bit more powerful than what you are afraid of, you can move forward. So you really have to ask the question when you fail, what do I want to do? Do I want to, because if you're a victim, fine, you might feel better, but a victim has no power, right? And if you have a victim mindset and the world is happening to you, then you might feel better at night, but you don't have any power. The cool thing about it is you can change yourself. Mm-hmm. And so to me, my passion to grow and to figure it out and to win simply outweighed my fear of how it would feel for people to say, so was it comfortable? No. Was it painful? Yes. Right. But I've learned it's now an essential part of my process that I actually enjoy. Mm-hmm. I think if you just, Clint Eastwood said it best, take your work seriously, but don't take yourself seriously. Yeah, sure. So if you could just take a deep breath and say it's okay to fail. And failure is an essential part of winning. And you know what? I'm an idiot. And to be able to say that, and I was completely wrong, and I want to learn from it and grow. Once you sort of get beyond that threshold, I think the fear is in the unknown. Yes, but I'm telling you, once you do it, it becomes such a shorthand and a natural part of life that it's not scary at all.